Welcome to EPG Parsala. I am Professor Mohinder Chand, Department of Tourism and Hotel Management, Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. Dear friends, today we will discuss on the subject tourism and hospitality, paper, travel agency and tour operations, itinerary preparations and tour package design. Module 4, wholesale and retail travel agency. Let us start with the learning outcomes. After completing this module, students will be able to understand the meaning and concept of wholesale travel agency, know the functions of wholesale travel agency, understand the importance of wholesale travel business. Let us start with introduction. Since tourism industry is an amalgamation of various industries, in fact, tourism industry is an industry of industries. It makes use of products, services of other industries to develop its product, namely tour package. In tourism industry, travel intermediaries play a significant role in the process of linkages between service providers and the tourist. More importantly, travel intermediaries, also known as distribution channels, marketing intermediaries or middlemen, are an extremely crucial element of a tourism company's product distribution channel. Without travel intermediaries, it would be close to impossible for business to function at all. This is because intermediaries are external groups, individuals or business that make it possible for the company to deliver their product to the ultimate tourist. For example, travel agents and tour wholesalers are intermediaries that buy and resell tourism products, services. Thus, this module introduces the students with the meaning and concept of retail and wholesale travel agency business. The student will also be able to understand the functions and the growth of retail and wholesale travel agency in India. Now, let us start with wholesale and retail travel agency business. Wholesalers and retailers travel agency are the two important type of middlemen forming a part of distribution channels in tourism industry. They act as an intermediaries link between the service providers and the tourists. They specialize in providing a wide range of products, services for both the producers as well as the ultimate consumers. They reduce the amount of efforts required by the tourism producers in distribution chain their product services to the final consumers and provide vast market coverage to their products. They greatly increase the efficiency of exchange and lead to reduction in total cost of distribution of product. They also act as communication channel by providing information about the products to the tourists on one hand and the tourist feedback to our producers on the other hand. During the last 2 decades, there have been drastic changes in the tourism and hospitality marketplace. Therefore, the travel agency business is no longer amorphous. The pattern and structure of travel agencies have changed considerably to meet tough challenges in the international market. Let us discuss the meaning and concept of retail travel agency. The word retail is derived from French, which means to cut off or divide into small pieces for selling to the ultimate consumer. In other words, retail refers to selling the goods, services in small quantity to the clients. In travel industry, a retail agency occupies a unique position in the system of distribution and is the last link in this chain. Generally, a retail travel agency sells tourist products directly to the public on behalf of principal supplier like airlines, hotels, etc., and in return gets commission. A retail travel agency may also sell travel goods, services on markup price basis. It means that First, the agency marks up the cost of a tour package and then sells it at a higher rate. That is, a retail travel agency sells travel products on commission basis as well as on markup price. What a retail travel agency earns maximum revenue through commission basis. A retail travel agency is a business that performs the basic functions like the quoting fares, rates, making reservations, arranging travel tickets, booking rooms, arranges travel documents and act on behalf of the tourism vendor. Thus, a retail travel agency prepare travel itineraries, arrange transportations, transport tourists, arrange accommodation, handle and advise insurance, currency, travel documents, etc. Use professional expertise, know-how and imagination, arrange reservations for special interest activities, provide one-stop convenience in planning and collecting payment for all services. The main source of revenue for retail travel agency is the commission received from the travel suppliers or the vendors. Let us define retail travel agency. According to Reporting Corporation, a retail travel agency is defined as a business that performs a basic function, quoting fares and rates, making reservations, arrangements of travel tickets, reserving the rooms, arranging travel documents and acting on behalf of the tourism vendors. Also, the System Analysis Research Corporation defines a retail travel agency business consists of activities involved in selling tourism products, services directly to the ultimate consumers. It must perform all the normal functions of a business, issuing tickets, making reservations, providing personnel and counter space for the public, keeping accounts and records, making credit available, accepting the payments and making the payments. The above definitions conceptually reveal the fact that a competent retail travel agency is not merely a ticket seller. Practically, it is a specialized whose experience and know-how enable him to counsel tourists on how to travel wisely and within the confined budget. The following are the main services which are performed by a retail travel agency: prepare travel itineraries, arrange transportation, transport tourists, arrange accommodations, handle and advise insurance, currency arrangement, travel documentation arrangement, using professional expertise, know-how and imaginations, arranging reservations and so on. Lot of services are provided by the travel agency as per the requirements of the travelers. The main features of retail travel agency. The main features of a retail travel agency are as under. They provide selling outlets to tourism, wholesaler and manufacturers. They save the tourism vendors from the inconvenience and expenses of selling the services in small lots to a large number of tourists. Next, they communicate the needs and desires of tourists to the tourism product suppliers. Next, they may arrange for ground transportation to the ultimate consumer. They anticipate the needs of consumers and accordingly assemble services, products of different varieties. Thus, they satisfy their demands and provide them a wide choice of services. They even act as an advisor and guide to the tourists by bringing new products, services to their notice and educating them about its diverse benefits. They keep the consumers informed about the changing trends in the market, about the different varieties of services, products. They also provide other services to the consumers such as insurance, currency, discounts and different other offers. Now, the functions of retail travel agency. Retail is a person who buys and sells the goods in small quantity. Retailer purchases the goods from the wholesalers and sells it in the hands of the consumer. Retailer is a link between consumers and the wholesale. Following are the important functions of a retail travel agency. First, distribution of goods. A retailer plays a very important role in the distribution of goods to various consumption centers where he has direct contact with the consumers and wholesalers. He establishes shops in villages and towns to provide the supply of goods. Next, variety of goods. Retailer provides the variety of goods and services produced by the different tourism providers. Consumer purchases the goods according to his desires from the nearest. Next, introduction of new goods. Retailer also helps the tourist to inform him about the merits and demerits of the different type of products. Next, guide to wholesaler. Retailer also maintain the direct contacts with the consumer as well the wholesalers, and it provides the information to the consumers as well as the wholesalers. Then credit facility. Sometimes the retailers they provide credit facility to the both the consumer as well as the wholesaler. Generally, consumer purchase the goods at the month of credit from the nearest travel agency and tour operator. At the end of this, then fresh food supply. Retailer provides the fresh food like these things which are very important for the consumers. In the absence of these, they cannot be able to provide accurate services. Then selling in small quantity. Retailers, they are normally sells the product in small quantities to the consumers. Maybe the ticket, maybe a room, or maybe any other things. Delivery of services. They believe in the services delivery. They provide good services to ultimate consumer. It is an additional duty of the retailers. Next, guidance to consumer. At the time of purchase of the different type of hotels, different type of airline tickets and others, they advise the tourist to purchase this is the best option for you because he offers a different availability of the products of the different tourism suppliers. Generally, consumers or tourists is impressed and acts upon the advice of the retailer. Now, let us start the meaning and concept of wholesale travel agency. The wholesale travel agency purchases travel components in large quantity from the tourism vendors such as airlines, hotels and transport operators for selling to the retail travel agency. Thus, wholesale travel agency are the connecting links between the travel suppliers and the retail travel agency. A wholesale travel agency may be defined as an organization, a company which assembles land arrangements from destination travel operators and combines them with air ticket, transportation to form a package with a view to suit the tastes of specific tourist segment. According to E. Thomas, a wholesale travel agency is one which designs tour package and markets them under his agency's name. Occasionally, a retail travel agency may develop tours on an ad hoc basis for a specific tour, tourist or group of tourists. However, developing a tour package upon the request of the tourist require different segments, different operations, and large-scale travel agencies like Thomas Cook, American Express, TCI, Thomson do operate both as retail as well as the wholesale travel agency. The concept of wholesale travel agency is different from that of retail. A wholesale travel agency is specialized in planning, organizing and developing package tours which are marketed to the tourists through the network of retail travel agencies or directly to the clients if it operates a retail division. The wholesale agency is the marketing intermediaries who purchases travel components in large quantity from the travel vendors for selling to the retail travel agency. Thus, these are the connecting links between the travel suppliers and the retail travel agency. Generally, wholesale travel agencies contract for travel components from airlines, hotels, transportation companies, and other allied organizations in bulk volume in order to achieve low cost principle and then repackage the components for resale through retail travel agencies. Thus, the success of a wholesale travel agency operation is dependent upon its creativity and ability to design and market tour package. Now, let us discuss the definition of a wholesale travel agency. A wholesale travel agency may be defined as an organization, a company which assembles the land arrangements from destination travel operators and combines them with air ticket, transportation to form a package with a view to suit the taste of a specific tourist segment. As stated by the E. Thomas, a wholesale travel agency is one which designs tour packages and market them under his agency's name. Practically, wholesale travel agency develop and promote package tours, inbound, outbound, domestic, that are offered with predetermined features, price, date. In this way, they are also referred to as tour operator. But these two terms can in no way be taken as synonymous, as these are the different. Now, let us discuss the features of wholesale travel agency. The main features of wholesale travel agency are as it establishes a link between the travel vendors and retail travel agency. It conducts market research, especially tour testing, negotiation with destination travel operators for bulk quantities. It assembles tour ingredients from airlines, hotels, ground operators, transportation companies, and other tourism vendors. It undertakes exclusive advertisements for increasing the sales volume, typically offers the largest range of products, services, and covers maximum market segments. Functions or services of wholesale travel agency. A wholesale travel agency maintains a link between the producers and retailer. He performs the various functions for the producers as well as the retailers. Following are the main functions: advance payment. Generally, a wholesale makes advance payment to the producer for the products. So, a producer receives a net cash and saves himself from financial crisis. Purchase large quantity. Wholesalers generally purchases the goods or services from the producer in large scales and sells the goods and services to the retailer in small quantity. It is an advantage for the producer that his total product or the services sold in a few hands. Quick return. A producer receives the payment before the disposal of product or services in the hands of the consumers. Market informations. A wholesaler has direct contact with the producer and retailers. Wholesaler knows the demands and linkages, the public or the others, and he guides the producer that this type of services, this type of tour packages are required, demanded by the tourists, saving expenditures. In the absence of the wholesaler, if producers sell the products or the goods, services to the retailers, he will have to open the sales department. He will also appoint the staff. What due to the wholesaler, he saves this expenditures. Concentration of the production. In the absence of the wholesaler, distribution function is performed by him and producer pays full concentrations on the production. of tour package or services, storage facility, wholesale purchases the goods or large from the producers and keeps it, prepare the inventory of the rooms, prepare the inventory of the others, air tickets and solve the problems of the producers. Now let us discuss the importance of wholesale and retail travel agency. Over the years, the role and contribution of travel agencies and tour operators have been changed. In the beginning, travel agencies were mom and pop organizations, but today they are more professionals and operating a large scale. The following points are clearly describe the role and contribution of travel agencies and tour operators. Business, production of tourist publicity material. Under its production program, it has brought out a range of the publicity material, including the self-holders on adventure tourism, wildlife tourism, South Africa, Agra, Rajasthan, tourist maps of India and city maps of Delhi, Bombay, different areas, tracking maps of Himalayas. It also produces a journal brochure related with India on the various states about the tourist destinations in India. Thus, they are exploring India at global level. Promotion of domestic tourism. Many travel agencies in collaboration with central or state governments have launched major campaigns or tourism environment awareness programs. These programs are being released in all leading magazines across the country in Hindi, English and other regional languages. The themes of these programs are we will keep India beautiful. Beside the department also launching advertising campaigns to promote lesser known resorts called holiday campaigns. Promote Odisha a campaign to promote Andaman and Nicobar like this. Tourism development planning. Travel agencies or tour operators are actively participating in tourism developmental process and tourism policies formulations. There is vast potential for development of tourism in the country. Tourism should be accorded the status of an industry. Private sector investment will have to be encouraged in developing tourism, and public sector investment should be focused only on development of supporting infrastructure. Thus, travel agency and tour operators are focusing on the following states so that the tourism may be developed, such as states of Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Arunachal, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, Tripura, Manipur, Assam, Karnataka and different union territories of next. Promotion of wildlife tourism. To promote wildlife tourism, facilities are provided in the form of forest lodges and transport within the sanctuaries, national parks, forest lodges at different national parks like Gujarat, Assam, UP, Kerala is in progress. The work of forest lodges in Bihar, the tour operators are adding these destinations in their itineraries so that special interest tourism may be promoted. Next, tourist arrivals and foreign exchange earnings. The year 2005 has been a highly successful year so far as tourism is concerned in India. For the third successive years, India witnessed a positive growth in foreign tourist arrivals, reaching to more than 10 million tourists. In 2017, the growth rate is 13.2% during this was achieved by above the period. The expected growth of the world over during 2015 is estimated to be about 5.6 only, when the share of India's world tourism, which was floating between this 0.38% to 0.39%. The number of years expected to be around 30%. An important highlights of the Indian tourism during 2015 was an increase of 20.2% witnessed in the foreign exchange earning in dollar terms. The estimated foreign exchange earning during the year touched the level of US dollar 2,970 millions during 2015 against US dollar 14,769 millions during 2014, a growth of about US dollar 9.60 millions in 1 month in absolute figures term. Increase the foreign exchange earning during the year was to the tune of rupees 3,570 crores. In this year, the foreign exchange earnings reached to US dollar million 15,035. It is estimated that there will be more hike by the 2020. Next, development of new products. Various strategies have been formulated and implemented for tourism to meet the diverse needs of the tourists, such as culture tourism, wildlife tourism, sport tourism, special tourism, mountains and beach tourism, promotion of fairs and festivals, and leisure tourism, and development of travel circuits. Next point, employment generation. Travel agencies and tour operators are the major players in the tourism industry. In fact, most of the tourism management students are employed in this vital sector of tourism industry. 8 million people are working directly or indirectly in this sector. Even tourism management students are establishing their own ventures. Let us discuss the summary. In this module, we attempted to give you an idea about the retail and wholesale travel agency business. As an entrepreneurs, there are ample opportunities for those who are planning to enter this vital sector of the tourism industry. Even many of you have huge opportunities right in your own location if you are from an area where tourism is there. In this module, you must understand the meaning and concept of wholesale travel agency business, know the functions of wholesale travel agency, and discuss the importance of retail and wholesale travel agency. Thank you very much for watching EPG Pathshala.